Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today, I know we played this mod before, but here's what the plan is. I was looking for mods to play today, and I couldn't find any that looked good or worth playing. So, what I decided to do, this is an idea from someone that I know, so thanks to them, I appreciate it. But basically I'm going to go back and just try to do better than I did when I first played through. So like each time, like every song, I'll unmute and then before each song, and like compare like what score the beat, how many misses and stuff. Because this mod is the first mod I ever edited, so it's kind of a. It was like the first. It was like the main reason I ever started editing my videos, which I should have been doing the whole time, but it was the one that got me to find a push to edit. Because I did really bad at this mod. I struggled. So it made sense to go to try to redo it. And then most of this is going to be the when I redo. And ultimately, I don't know if I'll do this for any more months. If there isn't really much you want me to replay, now that we got a little better at the game, let me know. I can't think of any off the top of my head, there's probably more. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm going to be probably talking. 3, 2, 1, oh crap, get right into it. Alright. What song is this? I don't even know. It's the first song. I imagine I did pretty good at this song. Let me see. Alright, so I'm looking to get over 25,000 points, or I'd be happy with the better accuracy, so at least like over 96.75%. So it's a very short song, so let's just get it over with. But obviously I'm muting mic for each song, then I'll unmute after. So I'm not really expecting to do worse on this one, so I'll be shocked if I do. But let's get right into it. Alright, I say I did better, definitely did better. I got 4 more 6 in half the goods, so that's good. But let's go in order. It's gonna take this a little bit longer. I'm gonna do very little editing, ironically, since compared to what I was talking earlier. But because I want to make, like I said, I want to have my voice more on the channel. I don't know about much of this channel, but I want to do more intros on this channel. It won't be like this for most of the videos, unless I really feel like it. Like I need to. Okay, one more thing before we start. Okay, this is important. Alright. So, I don't know much about it. I looked into it a little bit, I couldn't really find much. I know it's there. The Ninja Muffin. I know it's bad. I don't know how bad. And I don't think, well, I don't think it's good. It's awful. I don't condone it or whatever. It's bad. So, I'm not gonna stop playing the game. Because he's not like the only one that works on it. And what I've heard, he's like a big guy on it. So, and I could be wrong, so don't take my word with a grain of salt. So you can do your own research. I'll try to do more in my next video, so I can. If more info comes out, I can find. But it just sucks, but ultimately, I still enjoy the game, and it is, like I said, it's unfortunate, but hopefully it doesn't mess up the game for the other developers. They should fire him, definitely. It's just gonna ruin their reputation, so they should get taken off the team. It sucks to say, it was like one of the original guys, but kind of did it themselves. So, alright, that's all I want to say about that, but let's just get to the next song. first I'm gonna find out my video. I did really bad on most of the regular songs, so I'm not expecting a great score here. Because like I mentioned, it took me several tries for most of the songs. Okay, so I had no misses, so I did FC the first one. But I had a really bad accent, of 94.32%, and a score of 138,350, with 346 A-Link goods, and no bads or shits. So, pretty easy score to beat. At least in theory.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, I did better. I did get a better score. I did get 2 bads, but I did get a lot more 6 and goods and less goods this time. So, and let's see the score. 145, yeah, look at that. I did much better.
3, 2, 1,
Alright.
go!
Okay, alright. Alright, so I'm expecting to be about just as good. Okay, so this is when the challenge actually starts. For at least when I first played this. Alright, so I had a score of 139,350, an accuracy of 95.34%, which is surprisingly better than I expected. 363, 60 goods, and 3 bads. Still no misses, though. At least on the one that I didn't edit out. Trust me. On most of these songs, I had several failed attempts that I had to edit out, so keep that in mind, too. So... Sure, I might be saying, like, that's really good, but it was really good for the time because I was desperate to beat him. Like, this one, I remember specifically giving me a really hard time, and I don't even remember why. Let's find out, though. Maybe I'll remember when I finish. So I did really good that time. All right. So only 413.6, 13 goods. So I got 99% score. Did much better. Yeah, so I did really good there.
3, 2, 1, go.
I can remember exactly why that one gave me such a struggle. It was because of the spacebar. I always struggled with that. And if I remember correctly, I played it before they updated it, and they fixed there's like a spacebar lag or something like that. So that could have been the reason I struggled, but I think I still would have struggled a little bit anyway, because like I just mentioned, I had a hard time. I still have a little bit of a hard time sometimes with spacebar mechanics. I don't really know why it always gave such a hard time, or still does sometimes, depending on the mod. But I did do really good that time, though. Alright, so this one, what am I looking to beat? Okay. So 166,000, 170. I had 6 misses, it looks like. So not the best. Oh, 8 misses. Even worse. Like 93% accuracy. Yeah, so that did not do good on this one. So I had like 439, 6, 58 goods. It's really hard to see because at the ending it's like a blurry screen, so it's really hard to tell. Alright, about 9 beds and 2 shits. Okay, so not great. So let's see if I can do any better. I will reset the song so that way you can get it from the start since it already started. Alright, let's go.
Three, two, one, go.
So I definitely did better. I still got a couple more misses than I would have liked, but still did better, and that's what really matters. So that's what I was aiming for ultimately. So let's get right to the next one. But alright, so to be clear, I'm not gonna if I go too better on certain songs, I will keep playing. There's certain songs I probably will, but like on the easy ones, I still won't. Just that requires a lot more accuracy, and I just haven't perfected that yet. I did, but I will redo like certain songs I feel like I've gotten better at. Okay, so the next one, I actually got a miss on, and I really shouldn't have. But it still didn't do terrible, it's like. It had almost like a 97% score, 140k, only one miss, about 386, 38 good, and one bad. So not terrible, but it was better. So let's see if I can make it better.
3, 2, 1, go! 3, 2, 1, go!
Much better. I still did get one shit, which is unfortunate, but I still got 98% score, 0 misses, so that's still good. I'll take it. Okay, but we're continuing. I meant to mention, I kind of hinted at it intentionally, but the main goal, because the main thing I focus on when I practice and stuff is getting less misses, because that's ultimately what matters most in the mods. So, if you miss, you lose health, which then you can lose you losing or dying. So that's what matters most when you're training, because obviously I'm not like, it's not a competitive game, so I have no, I mean, honestly I still want to get better with my accuracy and stuff, because it looks better for YouTube and stuff, so I am still, I'm like not trying, I'm still putting my main focus on that. So the main focus of this is seeing if, make sure I get at least fewer misses than I did my visual video. And I know I already skipped one that I got Sam out, but ultimately that one was disorienting, so I'm not gonna do better on that because I struggle with those type of mods and I still haven't gotten better at that yet. I'm getting a little bit better because I usually would have gotten a lot more misses in that type of song, but ultimately it's not that big of a deal. But I just want to make sure you knew that my main goal is to be misses. So that's the ones I restart on. I'll reset on once I got more misses than I did in the original video. That's the only ones I'll redo. At least that's as far as I'm thinking. Man, I did really bad in this next song. I did get any misses, it looks like, but did not look good with everything else. Okay, so when I have a song that doesn't do any misses, my next thing is percent. So I'll try to get a better percent. So I had a 95% accuracy rate on the past song, specifically 95.22%. So that would be my next goal, is to try to do better than that. Alright. What kind of equals out to everything else. So that's just want to make sure that was clear. I didn't really make that clear at the beginning. That's my fault. I'll have it in the description probably to try to make it as clear as I can. But no promises. I'm not great at typing my words onto pages. Not really a skill of mine. But let's get right into it. Again.
2, 1, go!
Alright, I did a lot better on that. I only had 2 bads. I had 98% accuracy, so 3% better. So that's really good. So, this is good. Alright, so I'm not much to tell you about that one. I can definitely see why I got so many more, not 6, because of the faster parts. Because I struggle with those a lot more than I'm not surprised I didn't get any misses even when I first played this. So, surprising. I'm pretty sure this next song is one that I had to restart several times. In my first place, I had several failed attempts. So yeah, I can already tell I already have 4 misses at the part I'm in. 6 misses, okay. So, I'm looking for better than 6 misses and a better accuracy than 93.76%. So, it should be pretty easy. I'd be surprised if we get any misses. Because I use this mod to practice it at some point. Even though I've upgraded to just the new mat update now. I upgraded practice on that one a lot now. But, I practiced this one a lot. I've FC'd these first 2 weeks before. But I have not mastered the remix weeks, which we'll get to. But, so, I think I'll be able to FC this. I should be able to.
3, 2, 1, go!
Like I said, I didn't think I was going to miss, but I feel like I still could have done better, but I'm happy with it. Alright, so for these next ones, I'm not going to be very picky with it all, because there's really no challenge in them. They're just kind of cool songs, so let's just get to that real quick. Alright, so I had no misses, and a 97% accuracy. Or 97.77, yeah. 97.77% accuracy on the first song here. That's what I'm trying to beat. I'm going to try to beat it. I'm definitely not going to reset it no matter what.
3, 2, 1, go! 3, 2.
Alright, as I suspected, I did do better. I ignored the first reset, which you might have used, but I did have to reset once because I missed the note immediately. So, I did reset one time. That's it. How did I... Man, I did really bad on this next song. I don't know why. I didn't get any misses, but my accuracy was garbage. Like 96.67%. For any of these songs, that's crazy. These songs are so easy. There's no way I did that bad. That's cringe. Well, I'm here to fix that. That's why I'm here today, is to fix those mistakes.
1, go!
Much better. That is much better. I don't know how I did so bad the first time I played that.
3, 2, 1, go!
That's embarrassing. Alright, so this one, I imagine I probably got 0 misses still. I probably still had a pretty bad percent. That's my guess. Okay, come on, let me see it. Yeah, about right. I got 3 misses. I got 3 misses on this? That's crazy. Alright, so 3 misses and a 96 point something percent. I can't really see it. So you'll see why. But let's just get right into it. This is definitely the best one in this week, though. This best. although I do feel like I could have done better still on that one. Actually, not bad. I didn't do bad. 0 misses with a 96.16 accuracy. So, I mean, not crazy good. I mean, I know it's like the first line of the week, and some never very rarely hard. That's very rarely hard. So, makes sense, I guess. But still. That's gonna get a lot worse, though.
1, go! One, go!
Okay, now I've done better than I did my first time, but still not great. I did a little bit better than the first time before I had to restart because I forgot to turn on my mic. So that's good. That's still improved by 1 miss, but whatever. But ultimately, that's fine. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. All right, this next one, I actually think it was, if I remember correctly, it was actually easier than that one. The reason I had a hard time with that one is because of all the space bars while I'm going, like, having to play the notes at the same time. So it's like almost impossible to focus on both at the same time for me. So and that makes it very difficult. Okay, no, it seems like I had I did do, never mind. Okay, I did even worse. All right, I got 23 misses with an 86.41% accuracy. Sorry. So yeah, no, I did even worse. Okay, let's just see how it goes.
Three, two, one, go!
Alright, that's the best. So, I'm pretty sure I had a hard time with the boxing week. Yeah, it's not looking good, even for my first song, yeah. Yeah, even the first song, I still got quite a few misses. So, okay, I'm being a little bit dramatic. 2 misses with a 92.1% accuracy. So, not great. But, I should be able to do better than that. I hope.
Three, two, one.
So, not bad. I definitely did, I did better. Still feel like I could have done a little bit better, but, It's fine. This is another one I struggled on with a lot. This didn't look like it was that hard. I wonder why I struggled with that one. Or this next one. I had 10 misses with an 89.38% accuracy. So, I should be able to beat that. In theory. Not bad. Not bad. I could definitely see why I had a hard time with it, though. But, I did pretty good, I'd say. Alright, this one I actually don't think I had... Okay, well I did, but I don't think I had much trouble with it anymore. I had 7 misses and 88.95% accuracy. So, that should be pretty easy to beat, I think.
3, 2, 1, go!
So now we're at the free play songs. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm just gonna do in whatever order I played them in originally. Okay, what song is this? So, all right, that one's first. All right. So Everlast is first. See how I did. I don't think many. I think there's only one hard free play song if I remember correctly. Yeah, I had 0 misses, but 92% accuracy. Basically 93, but it was like 92.98, so it was basically 93. But
3, 2, 1, go!
okay, yeah. So I definitely did much better that time. I forgot how good that song was, though. That was really good. I'm putting that back in my playlist. All right, so I did not do good on this next. Apparently, this next one's gonna be really hard. Okay, so this next one's apparently hard. So I had 17 misses with an 87.88% accuracy. So this next one's apparently difficult. So we'll see. Maybe it's just a then me problem, not a now me problem. You know.
3, 2, 1, go!
You know what? That one kind of got me. That I had to retry that one a couple times. Oh, I do not remember that one being that hard, to be honest. So, it was a good song, just really hard. But, alright, this next one shouldn't be that hard, right? No, it's not looking like it. Yeah, I got no misses with a 95.77% accuracy. Alright, I should be able to do that one. Much faster this time, I hope.
Three, two, one, go!
I got a 97% accuracy with 0 misses. Okay.
Three, two, one, go!
one miss with a 95.86% accuracy. That's interesting. I would have thought I would have got a miss on.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, still unfortunately got the miss, but I still did better everywhere else, so that still counts. Now this one, I'm expecting I did really bad on this, I can already tell. Oh man, that was embarrassing. So I had 3 misses, but that's not where the bad part is, with the 84.94% accuracy. So that's really bad, but you'll see why.
3,
I think this song here, took me an hour on its own. And the mod's only like an hour and a half long. So keep that in mind. So, and you'll see why it took me so long in a minute. Or I guess in more like a second.
2, 1, go!
See, I mean, I still got 1 miss, but everything else is much better. So I'll take it. I've seen this one before though. This is one of my main practice songs that I would use for more spammy notes. Oh yeah, I never. Okay, so I got one miss with a 95% accuracy. Well, 95.49% accuracy. So I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't know how I got a miss. How in the world? And this better be one of the, like, a significantly decently hard song. Cause like not like super hard. It's only one miss for me with a year ago. That's not that bad compared to now. So.
Wind up.
Okay, so I still did better. I don't know how many songs are left. There's only a couple though. Okay, what's this one? Alright, skilled. Alright. And I got, how did I get a miss on this one? I didn't even, man, I did pretty, I got 4 misses. I got 4 misses on skilled. So I got 4 misses with a 92.84%.
3, 2, 1, go.
I definitely could have done better there again, but still, I'm happy with it. I still did better in every aspect, so I still can't complain too much. Alright, and this one, okay, I did, okay, I cheeks it. Alright, so I got 1 miss with a 97.52 accuracy on this song here. So, I think there's only 1 song left after this, and then we're done. Alright, it's...
One, go.
I think this is the final song. I'm pretty sure this is the final song. If not, there might be one more. I'm pretty sure this is it. But let's see. So far, I've technically gotten better at each one, so that's good. That's kind of what I was hoping to see. Okay, so I got, 3 misses with a 95.55 accuracy. And is this the final song? Was there another one? There is one more. Alright. So there is one more after this, but at least one more. We're basically done. Alright. So, I did good. I did much better. So I think this is the next one's the final one. And it looks like I did pretty good. Yeah, so no misses with a 97.3% accuracy. And there is still one more, of course. Awesome. I thought I was done. But it's fine.
2, 1, go!
Yeah, it did much better. I got 0 misses with a 95.43 accuracy. And yes, this is the final song. This next song is. Alright. Let's see how I can end it off on. I hope I can. Alright, well that's it. I think I might have forgotten to say what I was aiming for there. So I did beat it. It was 0 misses with a 95.43 accuracy. If I didn't, I might remember. I can't remember for sure. But I did beat it. That's all that matters. But I'm also going to go to the credits and then we'll finish, do the outro there. Alright, well, that's it. But thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more like this, but where I go back to old mods I played from like 1 year or 2 years ago that I redo to try to get better scores like this, let me know. I'm down to do it again. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's cool that I did improve a lot. And the only technique of the was I reset on purpose was because I missed quickly immediately. So that was kind of cool. And then I also still had a hard time on a couple songs like I did when I first played it. Besides that, I did pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I just hope you guys enjoyed. But if there's any other mods in general you would play that I might have missed. Like I said, I was looking for mods to play for that. It was one of my first problems with it. I was unable to find any that wasn't either a work in progress or a demo, which I played demos that like have more than like one song, but I very rarely play demos with just one song, and this was really good. So, I feel like Raw would come out with demos, because that's what I would have put on my channel. It's not like that. It doesn't get shown as much, or at all sometimes. I'm saying I get like a ton of views or whatever, but I still get like very few views. So the more views the better. So I'd rather not. The longer the video, the more views I get. Kind of know. So I try to make my videos as long as possible. So I try to avoid the very small videos. I think avoid very lightly, but and it's not like I avoid. I just want to play them just so I do enjoy some small hours. I just get the part. But again, see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoy. See ya.